Every week I get quite a few people reaching out to me asking me what they need to do in order to become a homeowner. So in today's video, we're going to discuss just that, the very first steps you should take and why that's important. So you want to become a homeowner, you want to get that process started, but you have absolutely no idea where to begin. So if you're anything like me, I like to do a little research when it comes to pretty much anything that I'm buying. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's clothing, whether it's electronics, whatever. Most of the time, I start my shopping on the couch, in my pajamas, online, sipping a glass of wine, doing my research, checking out the different options that are available, different prices, things like that, right? And I'm sure something of this magnitude, naturally you're gonna do the same thing, and that's okay. That's not necessarily a bad idea. And I know, especially when it comes to buying a home, you start to see these homes online and you start getting excited, and all of a sudden you want to get up and you want to go see the beautiful home that you saw the lovely pictures of. You want to go see it in person. I get it. So what's the first step that you should take to get your process started? The very first step that you should take, really, even before you start shopping online, and definitely way before you step foot into a house to go look at it, is you want to talk with a lender. And here's why you should speak with the lender really before you do anything else with your process. The most important reason why you want to talk to a lender first is to see if you're even in position to buy a house right now. Having a detailed conversation with the lender is going to let you know about your credit score, where your debt to income ratios are, if you have money for down payment or we need to get you some down payment assistance, go through your job history and income. There's a lot of little details that actually go into getting you pre-approved for your loan to buy the house. Especially if you've never bought a house before, how do you know exactly what you need to do or what's needed specifically for the lender if you've never done this before? That's just like hopping in the car trying to drive somewhere that you've never been before without GPS. Ain't gonna work. Odds are you probably never get there. And then you just want to find out what your options are. See, a lot of people think that if they don't have the down payment for a house that they can't buy a home, but there's a lot of programs available out there that can help you with down payment assistance. And if you don't talk to a lender, you'll never know what different types of programs are out there, which you actually have access to use. You want to find out how much home you can actually afford. The last thing you want to start doing is looking at homes that cost $400,000 when actually your budget is only for homes that cost $300,000. There's going to be a significant difference in the types of homes that you can get. So if you've already gone out and started looking at these homes that are $400,000 and then you come to find out that your house, you can only afford something at $300,000, well, now every house that you see for $300,000 in the back of your mind is going to be compared to the home that you were looking at for $400,000. And believe me, us realtors and lenders know, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, we know you're excited. So ultimately, we really want to protect you from yourself, so to say, to make sure that you don't set yourself up to be disappointed. We want to get you started off on the right foot and the right track. When you find out how much home you can actually afford, another thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're comfortable with that monthly payment or what that mortgage is going to be. Are you okay with that payment every month? Are you okay with the types of houses that you can afford with that payment? Are you good with the neighborhood that will put you in? Are you okay with the schools that your kids are going to be going to, being in those types of neighborhoods? You definitely want to make sure that you're going to be happy with the house, the neighborhood, your payments, that whole picture. You want to be okay with that, and having that conversation will definitely help you figure that out. And lastly, you want to be ready if you come across the perfect home for your family, especially if you're in a market that's super competitive. When a nice home hits the market that's priced right, normally they don't last long. Typically, at least in my area, they're gone within a week or two. So if you happen to be out and find the very perfect home for your family, but your loan isn't put together, odds are you're going to miss out on that home, because there's going to be plenty of other buyers that come through who have all their stuff together with their lending, and they're going to be able to go ahead and put an offer in and act fast on it. If you have to stop and go get your loan together and situated before you put your offer in, because you got to get your loan done before you put in an offer, odds are you're going to lose a week's worth of time, and you're going to miss out on the perfect home that you could have had had you taken the proper steps. So when exactly should you start shopping for a home? Honestly, you shouldn't start shopping until your loan has been fully approved and you've had a buyer consultation with your realtor. At this point, you know that your loan is good, and if your buyer consultation was done correctly, you now know what kind of market you're dealing with, what to expect, and now your realtor knows exactly what you and your family are looking for in a home. At that point, it is now time to hop in the car and start shopping. So there you have it. The very first step that you need to take in the process of becoming a homeowner is talk with the lender. This is what I recommend to all my buyers, and this is the process that I have them go through. If any lender or any realtor tells you to go ahead and start shopping before your loan is set up, that is a huge, huge, huge red flag. You want to be working with people that are going to set you up for success. Not only are they going to set you up for success, they're going to make sure that your process and your transaction run as smooth as possible. So there you have it, the first step you need to take. I hope this information was helpful. This is just part one of the buying process series. I'm going to be doing more videos for the rest of the buying process and what that looks like. I know you guys heard me mention something about a buyer's consultation, so I'm going to have more about the actual loan coming, and I'm also going to have information about the buyer consultation and everything else that follows after that. So make sure that you hit the like button if you like the information that you heard today. Subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of the other videos, and hit the notification bell so that you know when they are live and available to view. If you have any more questions about the very first step, any other questions about real estate in general, or need help hooking up with a solid lender, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you out. You can shoot me an email at kevinswanigan@gmail.com. Also, I love referrals. If you happen to have anybody in the Northern California area that needs any assistance with real estate, I'd be more than happy to help them out with that as well. And you can send their contact information or shoot me an email about it at that same email address. Thank you again for tuning in. Kevin Swanigan, eXp Realty, connection that moves you. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.